Hello, Tyler DeWitt here. So some of the questions I get when I'm speaking is, how many keywords should they use in a Google Ads ad group? That's a very good question, because you want to keep your ad groups tight and relevant. What I mean tight, on the search network, I would say start your campaigns out with 1 or 2, maybe 3 keywords per ad group. Always start with exact matches for the search network, and make sure you keep those search partners disabled, as I've told people many times. When you're launching a new campaign, keep the partners disabled. You want to create tight ad groups. SKAG, you can call it, single keyword ad groups, that everybody's calling it nowadays. 15, 20 years ago, when we started structuring the count, and we still do it like this today because it still works, and the best search marketers out there are doing this, using the same strategies. They're using 1 or 2 or 3 keywords, 1 to 3 keywords per ad group. If possible, start your ad groups out, depending on your industry. Most industries, you want to use an exact match for every ad group that you build, then have a highly relevant title. Your title should match that keyword for the search network. Then create a description. Include that keyword in the description if possible. Don't be vague and broad about it. Be relevant. So when that user's searching for a certain keyword, let's say California insurance quotes. Actually, let's become more relevant. Let's say California auto insurance quotes. Create an ad group for California auto insurance quotes. Now let's say Nevada auto insurance quotes. Create an ad group for Nevada auto insurance quotes. In each ad group, you want to have highly relevant ads. So that's what you do on the search network. Display network, which used to be called content network. Today they call it display network. Usually in display network, you want to use like 5 to 10 keywords per ad group. Sometimes you might use the same ad for every ad group in the display network, depending on your industry. Just put different long tails or whatever it may be in each ad group. Because when you go in, you start adding 100 keywords in an ad group, you're just basically targeting whatever is out there. And you don't know what's converting. You want to create, because in the display network, it doesn't tell you which keyword's converting, right? You can't see the conversion data for that. You can't see the total sales, the total leads for each keyword. They don't do it like that. So what you want to do is create as many ad groups as possible with minimum keywords as possible. 5 or 10 keywords per ad group. Then you can kind of narrow in on each ad group and know the conversion for each ad group. So you know that these 5 or 10 keywords are producing 50 leads a month or 100,000 a month in sales or whatever it may be. And you look at the other ad group, see what that's producing. Some ad groups might underperform, so you need to drop the bids on those ad groups, or you need to exclude them. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Then you get your placements on the display network. You need to exclude low converting sites. But more than anything, this whole video was to get the point across that you want to have ad groups that are highly relevant, with highly relevant keywords, and you don't need a bunch of keywords every ad group. That's what your phrase match is for, your broad match. On search network, you start with the exact match. You might be able to put the phrase match in there if you want. Just set the exact match a bit higher than the phrase match keyword on the bids, because phrase match is going to convert lower. But the best way to do it, and it might take a little bit longer, but in the long run, your campaign's going to be a lot more profitable, and that's to start with exact match and find out which exact matches convert, and then you can start adding in the phrase matches if you see the exact matches are converting good, whatever keyword that you're using. And then you can break down to a phrase. But remember, set those bids lower on the phrase matches, because the phrase match keywords are not as relevant as the exact match, and you have thousands and hundreds of searches being made around that phrase match keyword. And don't forget to run your search report so you can find out what keywords are being triggered under the phrase match, and exclude those low keywords, add them as negative keywords. So once again, 1 to 3 keywords per ad group on the search network, 5 to 10 keywords per ad group on the display network is generally good practice. There again, it depends on your industry, but you really don't need more than 10 keywords per ad group in the display network in any industry. You know, it just does not make sense. You're putting 100, some people go in there that Google recommends adding these keywords. They don't necessarily mean add 1,000 keywords in an ad group. They're just giving you an idea of keywords to add when they recommend keywords, you know, based on your page or whatever you typed in. Keep it relevant, keep it tight, and stay organized. Have a great day.